afternoon, wherever you are watching from, and welcome to the PSEL. I am Sam Meekin. Glad you can join me here for this 7-inning broadcast, or what should be a 7-inning broadcast, or 2 hours, 15 minutes, whatever will come first. For either of these teams, it's the Bootleggers and the North Stars here today to start off our morning. And there was a great day, a great way to end the PSEL yesterday. The chill coming up on top here at Palm Springs Stadium. So today, these two teams looking to get on the right footing and get in the W column. Bootleggers lost to this North Stars team yesterday by a score of 14-5. That was also the first game here at Palm Springs Stadium yesterday. And they're throwing down and around, so that means we are set for baseball here in Palm Springs. And it'll be the North Stars, the visiting team in today's ball game, and the first base dugout. And leading it off for them will be Jovan Bernard. Bernard takes first pitch ball. Hitless in yesterday's ball game, but a walk and a hit by pitch for Bernard yesterday. Came around to score on one of those trips. And he's now ahead 2-0. Bernard found himself in the 6th spot yesterday, but his speed and some absences, and the North Star lineup punches himself into the leadoff spot and looking to lead off the game in the right way. Takes pitch off the outside corner, called for a strike, and it's 1-1. Fired in for a strike. It's quickly now 1-2. First pitch ball to Bernard. And he takes load. Now 2-2. Been a warm past few days here in Palm Springs, and usually that means ball will carry a little bit more. See here just how deep the stadium is, how that will factor, as that is a leadoff walk for Jovan Bernard. Bernard, the reason you have him in the leadoff spot is if he's able to get himself aboard, whether it's with his great eye, good contact skills, he'll work himself around the bases with his speed. Jackson logs and step into the dish. Logden takes first pitch upstairs, called for a ball. A little bit of a lead there by Bernard, and now he goes. He's on the move. Throw down. Goes to the second baseman, missing the shortstop who was going to apply the tag on that play, so Jovan Bernard will swipe second. Two batters in, and the first batter to reach steals a base. Big lead for Bernard around second as that one's chopped foul. Of course, you never want to make the first or third out of an inning base running at third base, but the speed of Bernard, it may not be the most ill-advised decision to go. So now they're trying to keep him close. Over there at second, pitcher paying him no mind, and now that's a balk. So Bernard will scoot his way into third now anyways. Leadoff batter 90 feet away from scoring already, and we mentioned That's what he does so well, is find himself around the base path, still in pace, and now a balk. Now anything from Logsdon will essentially drive him in other than the strikeout. Except for maybe this, a pop-up on the infield. Just corralled in and caught for out number 1. Other than maybe the strikeout, worst case scenario for Logsdon and the North Stars. So with 1 away, so plenty of opportunities to drive in this run. Skiara making the catch right there for out number 1. That's the first pitch strike. 3-hole hitter in Peary. That 1-1. Ball on the strike and only 1 out here. That one spiked away, but kept close enough for a Priest to where the runner won't go anywhere. Be so nice for the Bootleggers, who went down to this team yesterday. They're a solid pitching performance by the North Stars. If they could get a quick inning here and somehow escape with nothing, as now the entire infield comes in. Shortstop moving back a couple steps. Everyone else is in, including the second baseman. One inside. 3-2. Peary trying to win it at bat here. Walk or any sort of RBI will play here for his squad. Payoff pitch inside. Ball 4. Pair of walks in this one. Have been the only base runners. Now it's ducks on the pond with 1 away. It's Cash hitting, donning a different number today. Typically wearing that number 4 today, wearing the number 3. In right field today. And Sid's been a mainstay at the top of this lineup, and no reason for him not to be. Hitting an RBI yesterday. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. Runner on the move from first. And he'll have to head back to first after the foul ball by Sutton. Sutton a pitcher as well. Incoming freshman into college. Just graduated from La Quinta High School. He takes outside there, 2-2. Now a 2-2 upcoming after a long hold, and now delivering is Colmer. Strike 3. Runners take second base, though, so it's gone walk out, walk out. And it's going to be up to Dion Cesario-Scott to not leave the runner stranded, especially that runner at third who got to third with nobody out. and have been unable to plate across this run. Cesario Scott having a good start to his PSCL season. A .333 average, but an even impressive .467 OBP. He's got 4 RBIs on the season and looking to add to that here with at least maybe 1 or 2 more. He chases upstairs and it's 1-1. Cesario Scott, the big left-handed bat. Now 1-2 to Cesario Scott. Cesario Scott heading up to Alabama A&M up in the fall as he skies this one into center field. Camped under it and making the catch is McClain, and that's 3 away. So bending but not breaking is Colmer, and unable to plate across a couple of runs despite putting him in scoring position are the North Stars, and the Bootleggers looking to get the first runs of the game when we come back. Bootleggers coming to bat here. Bottom half of the first inning after it was a scoreless top of the frame. And some flawless grounds crew work from our very own Tyler Hughes in between innings to keep up the mound, make sure everything looks spick and span for the arm on the mound, and that is Julio Cesarios. Cesarios making his second start of the summer. Cesarios' first go-around had a pretty good appearance in his start, went 4 innings, only 3 hits, 2 runs, both of those were earned. A pair of walks and strikeouts as well for him in that ball game. So now it's 1-1. Cesarios, considering he can get an out here, or assuming he can at least, as the leadoff batter gets aboard in McLean. Assuming he gets 1 out here, he'll now have the team lead for innings pitched. But a nice piece of hitting by McLean there. And from one Mark to another, spelled differently, it's Mark Jungers. Jungers left fielder in today's ball game. He hits one weekly, but foul. Now, this is an inning that Bootleggers, you'd love for them to put a run across on the board here, because yesterday, from the jump, they didn't have any of the momentum. It was a 14-5 victory for the North Stars, who controlled the game from wire to wire. Let the Bootleggers to apply some pressure here, tack on a couple of runs, and see what it can lead to. Like to salvage this mini 2-game series with a split. It's now 1-1. Jungers, 6 plate appearances, and he's reached in 5 of them. That's good enough for a small sample size OBP of 833. You see why they have him in the 2 spot here today. Like I said, only 6 plate appearances, a hit by pitch, 2 walks, and 2 hits. Looking for yet another walk here on the early season, but may have swung at ball 4. And I think he was trying to do exactly that. Find out the answer if that was indeed ball 4. He asked the umpire, hey, did I swing at ball 4? Got the answer he needed to hear, and will now adjust here on 3-2. Cesarios' payoff pitch fires. Runner on the move, and this one is grounded to the shortstop, corralling it in, keeping it in front of him, and getting the 6-3 putout. Great idea for the hit and run by McLean. Likely to without him in motion, but just the old 6-3 and move the runner aboard, or move the runner over, I should say. That'll be the backstop in today's ballgame, Tate Priest. Priest, another one of those guys who's had a great eye of the plate so far. 4 walks this season already. And what has only been 3 games for him. So obviously a small sample size early on in the season. You will see some skewed batting averages, both positively and negatively. Priest no different here with the 400 average and a 667 OBP as he pops this one into the air over towards us. And not too far from the booth, right to my right. Would have been fitting the one day Ethan Oliveras, our good buddy and fellow broadcasters, not in the booth. The one day a foul ball were to come up here, but just narrowly misses us to the right. And for Priest, it's 0-2. That's such a good eye of the play. Hasn't been behind in too many counts all season long. but is here and goes down on 3 pitches. Strikeout number 1 from Cesarios. Now 2 away, and it's now the Bootleggers in danger of leaving a runner in scoring position, and it'll be up to Cooper Hassler to try and salvage this opportunity. He's early on a fastball, 0-1. Hassler only 2 ABs on the season. Still looking for his first PSEL hit, but it's been a very small sample size for him. But getting put into the cleanup spot today. Big first baseman looking to put a big charge into a baseball. And he pops this one into the air just on the edge of the outfield grass, but now moving in, and it drops. Misread on the fly ball there by the North Stars and Josh Payton. And that'll play across the first run of the game, and what's most unfortunate for Cesarios is that one goes down as a hit. Hassler, his first PSEL hit and RBI. Not the most conventional. Wind swirling in today. Payton took about 5 steps back into the outfield grass, and the ball was at the edge of the dirt. Hassler had to stay at first base, but it's Henry Luther, shortstop, batting 5th. It's a 2-strike count and got the pop-up he needed to get out of the inning. Sorry, I was just going to have to hammer down, make one more pitch, and escape this inning with an earned run that really does feel unearned. And he gets that pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 3. His second punch out of the inning on Luther for this one. The Bootleggers did their job. They did put 1 on the board, and North Stars looking to respond when we get back. Here for the top half of the second inning here at Palm Springs Stadium. It is technically the second of 3 games here in the PSCL, but first of 2, I should say, on our PSCL YouTube channel. It'll be Jack Lennon, who has game 2 for you here, coming up at around 11:30. Back to the action here between the North Stars and the Bootleggers. Should have a good one in store for you here. Already 1-0. Bootleggers in front. This one's chopped up the middle by Wyatt, and that's quickly 1 away. So quick out to Elijah Wyatt. Cooper Thompson, the second baseman, will step up to the plate. Thompson, an absolute utility man. You can ask him to play anywhere on the field. And he said, okay, coach, I got you. It's a valuable asset to have as a baseball player. He'll play the outfield for you in any spot, whether it's center or typically roaming a corner. He can also play anywhere in the middle infield. Can play first if you ask him to. Can play third if you ask him to. And I'm sure if he really had to, although I don't think he ever has, he can throw on the gear for you. But he's quickly behind 0-2 and takes upstairs for 1-2. A lot of yellow equipment from Thompson you see. Makes sense as he plays at College of Southern Idaho, who has the main colors of yellow and black as he grounds into the shortstop. Diving stop, but throw will not be in time to get the blazing Thompson. Impressive effort from Henry Luther to at least stop that ball from getting the outfield and to make a great throw, but speed of Thompson was far too much to handle. So in steps Josh Payton, and you know he really wants to help his pitcher out more than anyone after that misplayed fly ball back in the bottom half of the first that played across the first run. Touchdown hit on opening day. Payton currently playing at the University of Chicago, and a little known fact about the University of Chicago, they hold the first ever Heisman Trophy winner. As Payton fouls this one off, Jay Bertwanger, the first one to win the Heisman Trophy, and what's ironic enough is the University of Chicago, I should say, no longer has a college football program. They were once a member of the Big Ten and no longer competing in college athletics, but Payton competing for the Maroons, Division III level. Chicago, an incredibly smart school, incredibly tough to get into, so prestigious school that Payton gets to represent both on the baseball field and in the classroom. It's a gorgeous campus, too. Over on Chicago's south side. Now the 1-2 to Payton, upcoming here, the shortstop in today's ball game. Takes outside, called, strike 3. So down goes Josh Payton without a contest. And after he goes down window shopping, it'll be up to Ryko Hamilton to keep the inning going. One of the best times of the year for sports all around. The NBA concluding, NHL just about to wrap up its season. Now in the coming days with the Stanley Cup Final. Of course, golf in full swing, very prevalent here as the golf scene as runner on the move is Thompson. High throw, and he'll steal second base. His third stolen base already by North Star base runners today. Haven't had any runs to show for it. They're hoping Hamilton can battle with 2 strikes. Yeah, baseball in full swing, golf in full swing. WNBA as well. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. With the runner on second base, as our Ethan Oliveros will say. Deuce is wild. Obviously, the World Cup going on as well. A lot of fun sports all around. We're glad you can join us here for the PSCL. Some great morning baseball here to start your Sunday morning. Designated hitter and Ryko Hamilton really battling up there in the box. It's now a payoff pitch upcoming after he was behind 1-2. Pitch upcoming. Just stays alive. Got jammed inside and was just able to get a sliver of the piece of the baseball, and was just enough to keep the at-bat going for one more pitch. Colmer seeking that put-away pitch here, and we'll see if he can find it here at the bottom of the lineup with Hamilton. Top of the card upcoming. Payoff pitch once more. Ball 4. Third walk of the day for Colmer. And up steps for the second time, Jovan Bernard. Second at bat in as many innings. Was left stranded at third base with nobody out. Top half of the first. He walked, stole second, reached third on a balk. But after an infield fly, a walk, a strikeout, and a fly out to the outfield, had to just stay put 90 feet away from scoring as he chops when it's a high chopper. Could be a tough play, and it was. It's a great play to keep it in front of the first baseman, Hassler. Bernard's burning it down the line. And it's going to go as an error. One that maybe could have gone either way. Could easily see being reversed in a little bit. It's one that was hit so high that the first baseman had to kind of figure out where the ball was going and try and keep it in front of him. And when he did, just squirted it away just enough for Bernard to reach first base. And now it's sacks packed with North Stars, already stranding 2 in the first inning. Last thing you need is to strand 3 base runners here and already be at 5 left on base before we even reach the third inning. Logson takes inside. He'll disagree, but he'll get another chance here with 2 strikes. He understands the zone, understands where he's going to have to swing the bat now with 2 strikes. A good fight on 1 and 2. Base is still remaining loaded. Last thing you'd want here is a wild pitch or pass ball. So you don't want to throw too bad of a waste pitch that squirts away from the catcher. I like the idea right there of going low, but not too low in the basement where it can get away from the catcher. So Logson continuing to battle at the plate. It's one where you'd maybe like to see Colmer go upstairs and get the chase out of the zone high. See if he goes with that fastball idea. And the 1-2. Goes with the slider trying to backdoor him. Another smart idea of pitch sequencing trying to fool the batter. Now count even 2 and 2. And a little bit of less room to play around on the mound. And he swings and misses, strike 3. North Stars lead them load, and that's innings for them. But a great job by Colmer to bend but not break to start his outing. We'll hope he can get some more run support when we get back. here at Palm Springs Stadium. Stephen Neal III stepping up to the plate. Takes first pitch on the outside corner, called for a strike. Neal still seeking his first PSCL hit. Takes downstairs 2-1. Neal now payoff pitch, an incredible athlete in high school. Was a wrestler as well, but comes from an incredibly athletic family. Third generation collegiate athlete. So now he takes upstairs 2-2. His dad played football at the University of Arizona. His grandfather played at Arizona State. He fouls this one off. Having a good at-bat is Neal. So a big Arizona rivalry between the family, between father and grandfather. One a Sun Devil, one a Wildcat. It's a rivalry that never stops fueling. As a swing and a miss, strike 3 on Neal. Gavin Ryerson. Well, this guy's only his third game here with the Bootleggers, and so trying to find his first hit. Had a walk, though. And plate appearance for the OBP to stand at an early 333 as he takes the first pitch strike. It's been a nice job by Cesarios to bounce back after a first inning where he gave up a run that was really out of his control. As unearned of an earned run as you could possibly find in that last half inning. He's already had on Ryerson 0-2. Lefty looking to battle back here. He takes downstairs 1-2. Ryerson, another one of those guys who played at La Quinta High School. Also pitched in a couple ball games as well this summer. First appearance was a good one. Second one, he got touched up just a little bit, as that one's just a bit outside. And from 0-2 to 3-2, Cesarios maybe threw a few too many waste pitches trying to get a chase out of Ryerson. Now going to have to battle back here on 3-2 to throw an attack pitch and get an out. Choa standing on deck. This one will be fouled away to our left. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch coming. This one skied in the air center field. Got under it was Ryerson. And that's 2 away. Pitch that he definitely could have turned on and taken a long way. Just unfortunate for Ryerson. Got a tad under it and right to the center fielder, Bedard. Two and out. Fouls that one back 2-1. Correction, that one went to the backstop. 3-0. Thought he swung, did not. So a 2 for 3 with an RBI this season. His very limited sample size. Take a 4-pitch walk. Sciarra in his 8th plate appearance, 5th at bat, has 3 walks and still seeking that first hit. Sawyer's holding, now delivering. 1-0 popped in the air, foul. Back here for the bottom of the 4th here, and it's Henry Luther, who has had a great day defensively, and now he's looking to have an even greater day at the plate. Struck out in his first plate appearance here, but leadoff runner getting aboard, and maybe coming around could be all the Bootleggers need. They'd love to get the momentum right back after the North Stars tacked down 1. Last thing, it's the North Stars offense that can flip a switch at any time. Saw them score 14 runs yesterday against this exact team. So it's an offense that you don't want to leave a crevice of the door open to. because just even slightly leaving that door open gives the opportunity for the North Stars to get back into this ballgame. That one's chopped on the ground and cannot be fielded by Logsdon. That's going to be a base hit. Hard hit ball would have been a tough play for Logsdon and kind of just lost his footing, and that one just sneaked through. So up steps Stephen Neal for the second time, who also struck out his first go-around. So seeking that first PSCL hit. Neal takes 1-0. Stephen Neal's father, Stephen Neal Jr., who we got to talk to the other day on the backfields here at the PSCL. Very busy man, as being from Arizona. He's running for office in Arizona, so wishing the best of luck to Mr. Neal, as had to come back to, or go back to Arizona just the other day after the Bootleggers game to do some campaigning. So a quick turnaround from him to go from the PSCL in the morning to campaigning at night. Finds it an absolute joy to watch his son Steven compete. Two-one offering. That one's upstairs, 3-1. It's 3 balls and a strike now to the designated hitter in Stephen Neal. Runner on the move on 3-1. That one's downstairs, ball 4. So Neal will scoot his way over to first base. And now it's 2-1 with nobody out. Sarios be a little flustered on the mound and is forcing a quick visit. And with that visit, we will take a quick minute to hear from our friends at In-N-Out.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Burger at any time of the day looks like a delicious option. But back here to the ball game here. It's a shaky start to the inning for Cesario and the North Stars. It's 2-1 with nobody out. At the bottom of the lineup to deal with here, it's Ryerson, Ochoa, and Ciara. It's in the lefty who flew out to center field his last go-around. Ryerson, a pure lefty, batting and throwing from the left side. And we've seen his left arm make an impact for the Bootleggers on the bump. And hoping that left-handed bat can do the same here in this situation right now. He takes on the outside, 1-2. Got a hot bat in Ochoa on deck in his limited sample size. Has an OBP above 600. So would love to give him an opportunity for an RBI, especially with nobody out, as that one gets away from the catcher and Wyatt. Both runners now in scoring position as everyone moves up 90. And nearly anything by Ryerson other than the strikeout or a flyout on the infield will score that run. There's North Stars who scored one in the last half inning, so it'd be a Great instant response by this Bootleggers team to try and solidify themselves a lead and not squander any momentum to the opposition, as this one's popped in the air on the infield. What I said exactly could not happen does for Ryerson. It's the second time we've seen in that situation, the first from both sides now. There have been significant runners in scoring position where anything will do the job, and they did the one thing that couldn't happen. So up steps Ochoa. Jamie Ochoa. 2 for 3. Pops this one in the air. Shallow left field, but should be enough to tag. They'll test the arm up here, and he'll throw home. Throw will be cut off. Runner heading for third will be gunned down in time. Run does score. The tagging Luther gets the run across, but Neal trying to take third on that gets cut off and cut down, and that'll put an end to the inning on the fly-out double play. Big run for the Bootleggers to get it right back, though, and it's 4-1. We head to the 5th inning. Top half of the 5th inning here. And it's going to be the North Stars in need of putting some runs onto the board and quickly. Strike one. It's a lot of first pitch strikes. It's been the key to the success on the mound for the Bootleggers. And it's a new arm on the bump here. Colmer, after 4 innings, his day is done, and an impressive day for him. Right now on pace for the win. He's hoping Jamie Ochoa can help him out, but it's not a good start for Mr. Ochoa as that one's lined down into left field and will go for a double. The heart of the lineup here, it's Peary leading it off in the right fashion with a double. We're talking last inning how this North Star team capable of putting offense up in bunches at any given time. And although Bootleggers did a good job of putting a run across, door's still open. It hasn't been the Bootleggers quite able to run away with this one just yet. And it's been a lot of base runners for the North Stars. They've left 9 guys on base already in the first 4 innings. 6 of them being in scoring position. It's a 1-0. That's fouled off by Cash Sitton. Sutton just looking to do a job here, looking to drive in that run and keep the line moving. Cleanup hitter today, typically in more of a leadoff or 2 spot. And one of those recent La Quinta High School graduates. So a true utility guy. He pops one in the air right field, dropping kind of fast. This could be trouble, and it is. Blue base hit for Cass Sutton. Runner and Peary going to have to hold up at third base. But 2 on, nobody out, and Dion Cesario Scott stepping up to the plate here. Cesario Scott. It's been really impressive in his high school season that earned him a Division I offer at Alabama A&M. School Regis Jesuit that made the state championship game. Ball and strike, nobody out here to Cesario Scott, the big 6'5", 215-pound first baseman. Now 2-1 here. Cesario Scott. Not just excelling on the baseball diamond, excelling in the classroom too. Had a 4.39 GPA upon his graduation at Regis Jesuit as he swings and misses at that one. 2-2, runner thrown down and in time. Run does score on the stolen base, but sacrificing the out for a run are the Bootleggers. That's a big run cut down at second base. I'm going to be honest, I don't know how I feel about that decision to send the runner there. Yes, I understand you have been stealing bases without an issue today, 5 for 5 in that category. But it really didn't seem like a situation where it seemed all that worth it with nobody out and still 2 on. And it could especially loom large if Cesario Scott's able to work a walk here. Because instead of staring at bases loaded with nobody out, we just 1 on, 1 out. Or in turn, a strikeout here can make it no on, 2 out, and even more devastating, but that is ball 4. So the first 3 base runners have reached for the North Stars, but the middle of the 3 in Cass Sutton gunned down on a caught stealing the first of the day. Went down the line, foul. Just hooking foul for Elijah Wyatt. Looking for a makeup AB here. For Wyatt, it's been 4 runners left on base by him today alone. One on here, one out. Had a double play last time. Here's last go around. Takes inside 1-1. No better time for a big swing for someone who seems due. Elijah Wyatt typically are the Jacks here with the North Stars today. That one's running wild here. That one's down the left field line. Fair ball for Elijah Wyatt. That'll be 2 bags. That will likely be a run. Cesario Scott getting the windmill, and he'll jog his way into home. Elijah Wyatt indeed was due. A 2-bagger drives in 1, and the game's within 1. Second run of the inning. And obviously the first 4 reaching aboard here on Ochoa, the new arm. So he's had some troubles, but granted the caught stealing, it could be a lot worse. It could be a tie ball game right now. Now it'll be Cooper Thompson's job with 1 out. To get that tying run in. So taking a brief look at the runner at second base and Wyatt, and we fouled away. That'll be Cass Sutton now standing at third base. The last batted out will be the pinch runner for the catcher, or if a pitcher, if they're ever hit in the situation, which Ochoa will be at some point with him being on the mound and also in the starting lineup today as the designated hitter. 1-1. That one skied in the air, left field, ranging back on it. And that baby will go! Cooper Thompson couldn't tell if that one cleared the fence. It does. And he gives the North Stars the lead with a 2 RBI bomb. Jungers, all he could do was look. Thompson got every stitch of that one. You knew it was going to be extra bases. The question was, with how tough of a ballpark it is to clear one out, was he going to do it? And he did. What a flip of the script here in the top half of the 5th inning. A 4-run 5th. Still more damage to potentially be done. But Thompson, the biggest swing of the day, clearing the bases and getting himself across the paths with that big fly. Driving in that tying and go-ahead run. It's been 5 straight to reach base for the North Stars and make that 6. And when you're rolling, you are rolling. Will go down as an error. Josh Payton will reach for the first time today. A costly error. Choa just trying to get off the mound after giving up 4 runs and gets a ground ball to help him out to get him 1 pitch away from doing so. That's up until the shortstop and Luther makes the error. Luther's had a great day over there at short. An unstereotypical error. And this is the North Star team that we felt we saw yesterday. Was talking just at the start of the inning how leaving the door open for them, they could put them up in bunches, and proving me right here this inning. One, runner on the move. Can get the second out on the base paths, and does. Tate Priest, have yourself an inning. That's 2 caught stealing in this inning after the first 5 attempts at stealing a bag by the North Stars were successful. The last 2 have been cut down, and those have been the only 2 outs of this inning. It's not how the stat sheet works, but I feel like you might have to give Tate Priest 2/3 of an inning here on the mound, the way he's been able to get outs. But now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs after the caught stealing, and a pitch away from getting out of the inning. Pitch to Hamilton, got him looking. Big time damage done. Ochoa gives up 4 and the leads. The North Stars out in front for the first time today. The Bootleggers in need of a quick response. We'll see if they can do it when we get back. Blink and you may have missed a 4-run top half of the 5th by the North Stars, taking their first lead of the ball game. And it's the Bootleggers looking for a quick response here, and it's Julio Cesarios back out for the 5th. He had a 4-inning outing his last go-around where he did very, very well. There's 5th inning of work where he came back out for the 5th and got touched up a little bit and got him pulled after a few batters. So looking to avoid that fate here is Cesarios. He's got the bottom of the lineup to deal with here. It's been rare to see Cesario fall behind and count only 2 walks today. We'll see at bats he's been getting early results, both good and bad. Good to find the strike zone here on 2-0. But does not. It's 3-0. The last thing the doctor could order for this North Star team is after getting the lead and clawing your way all the way back, a leadoff walk and putting that tying run on base. And 3-0 automatic take is taken for strike one. AJ Cesaria, Eamon, and then McLean coming up for the Bootleggers. As Cesaria takes ball four. It's now up to Emmon here for a big inning. Or at least to continue what could be a big inning as he fouls one back towards me. It's in the booth to our right. I got up to try and make a play. Poor Ethan Oliveras. The one day he's not here, we get one in the booth. It comes up and out. That would have been a nice souvenir, Jake. Producer Jack Lennon to my left. It's now 0-1. First foul ball into the booth of the year. Just would have liked it to come a little bit more center and allow me the opportunity to make a play. Went into the sound booth to our right as this one's now popped up to center field. Straight away, Bernard under it, making the catch out number one. Now after the fly out here, it's the top of the lineup. Clayton base hit later came around to score in that first inning. His first run of the ball game. He takes upstairs, ball one. So it's Mark squared, the first two hitters in the lineup for the Bootleggers with Mark McLean and Mark Jungers. Both Marks spelled differently, one with a K, one with a C. And we'll leave it up to your discretion whether which one is spelled correctly. One on, one out. Big lead over there at first base by Cesaria. But back into first base. Almost trying to force Wyatt to throw over to first base. If a ball skips away ever so slightly, Cesaria will be on the move. Playing on the outside. 2-1. It's been 4 unanswered runs, and 5 of the last 6 runs have come from the North Stars. So it's this Bootleggers offense looking to kick things into gear. That one's lined down the line, but foul. Had the exit velocity to do some damage. Got the barrel to the ball just a little bit early on the breaking ball right there, and it's now 2-2. Sorry, it's on the mound. Has treated it as just a loud strike. And strike 2 and see if he can execute strike 3 right here. Continuing to try and jam him inside. Felt the slider caught too much of the plate on that last plate was Cesario, so trying to jam McLean inside and force him in on the hands, and jammed him, but a little bit too much and got it foul. So it'll be a 2-2 once more. Sit up outside is Wyatt. And when chopped, Cesario Scott Fields throws over to second for 1. Throw over to first. Will not be in time, but a good job by Cesario to cover. Fielder's choice gets the lead runner, McLean, over to first base. And Mark Jungers steps up looking to salvage the inning and find a way to bring in that tying run standing at first base. Junger's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Another guy you feel maybe due. He's hit it up the middle both times and hit it hard, but unfortunately right at the shortstop in Peyton. Continue that approach up the middle. Good things will eventually happen. When you know you're really on the ball is when you're hitting it up the middle. Timing's been on point. It's just been some unfortunate results here for MJ. That one taken low. Runner on the move. Throw not in time. Talked about how well at the start of the game the North Stars were on the base path, stealing the first 5 bases in 5 opportunities. Got caught stealing their last 2, and it's been the Bootleggers being significantly less aggressive. That first attempt at a stolen base, and it'll be the first stolen base of the day for McLean. Now finding the tying run in scoring position with 2 away. Thought about going for 3, but heads back to second, and this one's popped in the air. Right field, Sutton under, arranging and making the catch for out number 3. Tying run stranded in scoring position by the Bootleggers. And after a game that they controlled for the first 4 innings, they trailed for the first time after an inning all day. It's 5-4. We head top 6. Here, top 6 here in what has been quick moving ball game here at Palm Springs Stadium. We thank you for joining us here on the PSEL YouTube. I am Sam Egan, joined by my producer to my left, Jack Lennon. He will cover you for Game 2 of the PSEL of this 2-game slate here on the PSEL YouTube and Game 3 of 3 overall. Got the Chili played over on the turf field right now. That game just about to conclude. It's 11-5 Grizzly over the Chili. The last half of the 7th inning over there. Back here to the main field where it's Jovan Bernard, who's reached 2 in the 3 plate appearances today, and make that 3 of the 4 he's reached in his second hit of the day. Shoots that one up the middle. That might be the swing Bernard needs at the top of the lineup. He's gotten a lot of walks to start this season, but his average isn't exactly where you'd like it to be. But the 2 hits alone on the day have raised his batting average by 160 points. Ball 1 to Jackson Logsdon, who's 0 for 3 on the ball game. A pair of strikeouts for him. Playing solid defense at the hot corner. Bernard takes a big lead, doesn't go. With him being a candidate to go at any time. It only being a 1-run goal ball game. Might expect some aggression on the base paths. On this pitch, though, he'll stay put. And it's now 1-2. It's Asarios, who's gone 5 innings so far for the North Stars. Now he is on pace for the win. After it's the starter in Colmer for the Bootleggers, who's on pace for the win in his own right. As this one's popped in the air. That went over the booth. Now ball and 2 strikes. Once again to Jackson Logsdon. So Choa in his second inning of work on the bump right now. Jamie Ochoa's pitch. Fired downstairs, 2-2. Ochoa having a 1-for-2 day, or I'm sorry, an 0-for-1 day at the plate with a walk. Now trying to have an impact on the mound, and it's 2-2. Pitch with Bernard on the mood is fouled off yet again. So Logsdon, you can feel like he's starting to get on Ochoa a little bit. He's fouled off a couple pitches in this AB, and pitch number 7 of the AB about to be on the way. Two and two upcoming here. Pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. Third strikeout of the day for Jackson Logsdon. Struggling in that 2 spot here today. But he's hoping the rest of the lineup can pick him up as they have so far. It's Gio Puri. Started off that 5th inning with the double. Was the first of 4 runs to come across, and the second of the 5 runs to come across on the day for the North Stars. Runner on the move in, Bernard. Throw down. Great throw. Got him in time. A hat trick for Priest. He's gunned down 3 runners today. The last 3 runners that have tried taking off on him. And he's starting to put the PSCL on notice that you can't run on him. You can run, but you can't hide. Priest is going to come and find you and get you. And that creates a lot of momentum on the mound as well. Priest responsible for 3 of the last 5 outs on the field. And how often do you see that, where a catcher is responsible for not just 3 outs in an entire game, but 3 of the last 5 outs over the last 2 innings? That's something nearly impossible to see in the game of baseball. This one's popped in the air on the infield. Someone's got to call it. And who else would it be but Tate Priest? He's made 4 of the last 6 outs. Very busy behind the dish. And it's a big 0 for the Bootleggers, who are still well within striking distance. 5-4, and we'll see if they can tie or take the lead in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Tate Priest stepping up to the plate here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And although WAR is a stat that is kept track of at this level, definitely helping his WAR out today behind the dish defensively. And now looking to help his team out on the offensive end. Caught some misses at strike 1. Priest 0 for 2 on the ball game. Strikeout and a flyout. Typically in a baseball lineup, you expect your 2 best hitters to be in that 2 and 3 spot. Right now it's been struggles for the 2 and 3 hole. A combined 0 for 5. Could be 0 for 6 here. And after 5 innings of work, and very effective work, might I add, by Julio Cesarios. This guy who all he does is just limit damage and keeps his team in games. Big swing and the miss right there. So the book has closed on Cesarios. This one popped into the air. Cesario Scott under it. Catch out number 1. So 1 out on the first batter. Exactly what the doctor ordered for the North Stars and Brendan Greenfield. Greenfield 2 earned runs in 3 innings this year. One appearance this season for the North Stars came out of the pen, and a 3-inning relief appearance for the Armin Cesarios. Greenfield, a beautiful breaking ball. And quickly ahead, 1 and 2. Popped in the air. Foul balls. And speaking of foul balls, I'm sure for anyone concerned, that foul ball that came up into the booth earlier, we're able to retrieve, we're able to track down, and we got our first souvenir here in the booth. The 0-2. That one's lined but foul. A hanging breaking ball. The eyes lit up right there for Hassler, but unfortunately, just a bit too early. Behind 0-2, the pitch from Greenfield. Well outside, 1-2. Brendan Greenfield out of Highland Community College. Pitch fired in, called, strike 3. 2 quick outs for Greenfield, his first strikeout of the appearance. And that is a huge start, facing the top of the lineup. You don't know what you're going to get in only a 1-run game, a high-stress situation, a high-leverage situation, as high leverage as it can get. And so far, Greenfield showing why he's been trusted in this scenario. 2 up, 2 down, and it's up to Henry Luther to salvage the inning. 1 for 2 day for Luther. He he had a base hit, came around to score back in the 4th inning, and that was the last run that this Bootleggers team has scored. Swings and misses. Pitch on the outside, 1-1. Just strikeout in the first inning that ended the first inning for Luther. Takes one on the outside, and that one 2-1. So good job of taking after chasing a similar pitch on 1-0. Now 2-1 offering. Well, outside, 3-1. Last thing you'd like to do here is lose the batter. And give up a 2-out walk. Danger of doing that here is Greenfield. A swing and a miss, strike 2. payoff pitch upcoming here. Looking for a second strikeout in as many batters and of the day. Be the 6th overall. By North Star pitching, and a massive payoff pitch coming here. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs and back-to-back zeros for the North Stars. This time it's Brendan Greenfield producing the job, and he'll try and get the save in the next half inning. But first, we'll see if his offense can give him some more run support. We'll be right back with the ultimate 7th inning. And welcome back to beautiful Palm Springs Stadium. Sam Egan, pleasure to join you here for what is the deciding 7th inning here. And it's been a great game so far. Score of 5-4. The North Stars out in front. Scored 5 of the last 6 runs, including 4 unanswered that came in the 5th inning. Pair of zeros from both sides, however. That went out of play. So 0-1 here. Pitch fired in. Make that 0-2 to Cash Sutton. Sutton's had a day, going 2 for 3, both singles. Stolopes also got caught stealing. It's been Tate Priest who's been phenomenal behind the dish over the last 2 innings. Gunning down the last 3 batters he's faced and responsible for the last 4 bootleggers outs. And it's really a question of where would this team be without him? One-two coming. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeouts galore over the last few half innings. Sutton goes down to start things off here in the 7th. And there's 1 away. Sario Scott, pair of walks in this ballgame. One and one. Ball on strike, and that one's taken on the outside, 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Cesario Scott, who's walked twice, in danger of going down on strikes for the first time today. Good at bat by Cesario Scott. He's got to try and find a way to win it here. Another payoff pitch for him. He's been working some really long at bats. And that's ball 4, his third walk of the day. Each time he's walked, he's been left stranded at first base, however. First pitch strike. It's Elijah Wyatt. Big RBI double his last go around. Made it a 1-run game, and he ended up being the tying run. He grounds this one over to third, 2-1 over to first in time. And for the second time today, Elijah Wyatt goes down on the double play, a 5-4-3 twin killing. And it's the Bootleggers coming up to bat. They need 1 to tie. They need 2 to win. And we'll see if they can get it when we get back. And we welcome you back to Palm Springs, California, what should be the decisive bottom half of the 7th inning. Just about to get underway. Thank you for joining us here on the PSCL YouTube channel, and excited to give you this exciting finish here between the Bootleggers and the North Stars. Double play by Elijah Wyatt to end the top half of the 7th inning to leave the door open for the Bootleggers to tie or take the lead. trying to be put in a position to put the tying or go-ahead run on base, and doing a good job so far is the pinch hitter as he grounds one just foul. It's John Kepner, pinch hitter. Kepner, 286 average in his limited sample size. Had 2 hits in his first ball game against the Grizzlies. Nothing in the last 2 games in 4 ABs. Ball 2. Two balls and 2 strikes. The pitch upcoming here. And that's chopped on the ground. Going to be a tough play. Peyton charging. And won't make the play. That's going to be an infield hit. Go ahead, run aboard. That is the pinch hitter in Kepner doing his job. One on, nobody out here, and a chance for the go-ahead run to put a big swing into this ball game. That ball's cut on in the air, right field, ranging back on it, but under it was Ryerson, and Sutton makes the catch for out number 1. Thought for a second he might have had it, just missed the perfect swing. That's 1 away. So now 1 out here. A big first out. And another pinch hitter. Quick first pitch strike. So good job of bouncing back after the leadoff walk to attack the zone here. When skied in the air, is it going to stay in? It will. Under it making the catch is Cesario Scott for out number 2. North Star is 1 out away from victory. That ball's on the ground. Peyton fields. Peyton bobbles it. And a second chance at life. E6. The second of the game for Peyton. Now go ahead run on first. Tying run at second base. Sorry, able to reach on the air. That one's popped in the air. Another chance towards the press box. That one just lands a little bit short. It's already incredible enough to get 1 souvenir up here. Chance at 2 in the same game would have been unreal stuff as that one rolls down in the pit. Pop up in the air. Going to be a tough play, and it will fall. Tying run coming around to score and in. Kepner scores. And Cesaria, the go-ahead run into third base off a blue knot by Emin. Emin just able to keep the game alive with a tap. Now the go-ahead run 90 feet away. 2 outs. Top of the lineup here in McLean looking to win it. He lines it down the line. Foul. So close to winning that ball game, but just hooking it foul. Mark McLean looking to be the hero in today's ball game. He's 1 for 3 today. Tended bat. Looking to be the hero, and he takes a breaking ball upstairs. Runner on the move. That run will not matter, but Emin will take second base and pad his stats a little bit. Only run that matters, the one at third base, and was trying to maybe make them make an ill-advised mistake, which could not force upon. So the 1-1, second and third, bunt being shown by McLean, and bunt pulled back as it's ball 2. Infield, normal depth, nobody back, so a bunt, if executed perfectly, can win the ball game with a bunt base hit. McLean pops this one in the air towards the first base dugout and will fall foul. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs with 2 on. Go-ahead run standing 90 feet away. Tie ball game here in the deciding 7th inning with Mark McLean out of Lassen Community College looking to be the hero. Limited sample size, but a 500 average on the year, and takes ball 3. Bootleggers dugout making some noise, getting ready to celebrate, and they hope they'll get the opportunity to do so on the payoff pitch. This one lined back towards Jack Lennon, and just short. Like JG was ready to make a play on that one, our producer and broadcaster for the next ball game, which we should have for you 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. But first, a big payoff pitch, a 3-2 to McLean. Called strike 3. Punches him out looking on strikes. And what's the decision here? It's been over 2 hours and 15 minutes. But with it being a tie ball game, I don't think this is how we can end it. So we will figure out the extra inning scenario when we get back, but as of now, extra baseball to be played. We'll be back here for the PS. A lot of confusion here as Bootleggers are back up to the plate here for extra innings. Still trying to get clarification on the rule, but this one popped up in the air. And out number 1, I'm going to assume, but Bootleggers hitting after they just made the 3rd out, so don't really know exactly what the rules are right now. But that's a big first out. On Jungers. Brings up Tate Priest. Who's had such a illustrious day defensively. It would only be fitting if he's the hero on offense, but that one's ground to the pitcher. He makes the play, throws over to second, throw over to first, gets Priest. A twin killing double play. And I believe that may be the ball game. It was a do-or-die situation for the Bootleggers, and they had the heart of their lineup up. But 3 straight outs fired in with the runner at first base. It's the old California rules, not the ones we see in the MLB with the runner on second base. There was one chance for the Bootleggers to get it done, win or lose, and they could not. A beautiful pitching performance to preserve the game by Brendan Greenfield. He'll get the win after another solid 3-inning performance. And the 10 killing from Tate Priest is all this one wrote. Greenfield gets the win and makes the game-saving play. So that'll do it for our first PSEL broadcast of the day and our first extra innings game of the entire season of the PSEL. We're so glad you can hop on board and join us for this one. It was a fun one for sure. So for my producer, Jack Lennon, for Sam Egan, I say thank you for tuning in. Your final score, technically 5-5. But the North Stars are going to come out on top, and we will see you in about 30 minutes for our next game with Jack Lennon on the call right after this.